John Lusk here of Lusk Archery Adventures, and I'm here at my favorite bow shop in Iowa, Archery Field and Sports. And I've been really excited to come here and test out a new bow that just hit the market recently from Bowtech. It didn't come out with all of their other flagship bows at the start of the year. They delayed it a bit, and it came out in April, and that is the Bowtech Reckoning. And this bow is considered a crossover bow that's designed especially for target, 3D, and can be used for hunting. And so I keep that in mind and want to test it and see how I feel like it does in those basic areas. Bowtech is priding themselves with being obsessed with accuracy. That's one of their catchphrases that they're using, and this is their pinnacle when it really comes to that. There's some things about this bow, just in terms of introduction, that are good to note. First of all, it's 35 inches axle to axle. So you're getting the forgiveness of a really long bow, and then you're also getting the forgiveness of the deflex riser. It's got a long deflex riser, so that gives it a lot of stability and a lot of forgiveness. And then you're getting a full 7-inch brace height. So those three things make it a very forgiving bow in the first place. And then one more thing about forgiveness that helps is you have two different grips that you can use. You can look here at the grip that it comes installed with, and then there's another one that you can snap this off and put it in there. And the difference is one of them protrudes or rises up 1/4 of an inch more than the other one at the heel. So it's designed to suit your grip and what you like to do. So that's kind of an extra setting kind of a thing that's cool. But the main thing that makes this especially accurate is its tunability. And this is a breakthrough. Okay, in archery bows, you know, if you look at a lot of bows, there's innovation and then there's like evolution. And a lot of times, you know, the innovations are, okay, yeah, a little thing for the new year, something to make the bow a little different. But every once in a while, there's an evolution. This is definitely an evolution in their cams. And what they use is what they call this deadlock technology right here, that each of the cams has this deadlock technology that you can loosen it up just by turning a bolt right there, and then you can turn this other bolt, and by turning the bolt, you're literally moving this entire cam left and right. You do the same thing on the bottom. So for tuning, you don't need any spacers, you don't need to shim it, you don't need to yoke tune, you don't need a press. Anybody can do it. You can just like tweak it a little bit and really, really fine tune your own bow. That's like a major breakthrough. It's so nice. I'm really hoping that Bowtech does it in all of their bows next year, or in their main hunting bows next year. I think it's really going to be that much of a breakthrough in technology. Oh, and then the weight of the bow, it's interesting. It's 4.5 pounds, which is, it's really actually a good weight. It feels very well balanced. It feels great in the hand. I like the feel of the grip. So that's where there's a crossover, because in terms of accuracy and forgiveness, you're getting all these other features and the tunability, but then in terms of hunting, you get the maneuverability. And while it's 35 inches axle to axle, the cams themselves are not that big. So compared to like a Realm SR6, it's actually it's a smaller cam, and so the length tip to tip, again, not axle to axle, but tip of the cam to tip of the cam, is 2 inches greater than an SR6 is, which is their main hunting bow this year. So it's just really 2 inches different in its length. And then in its speed, the IBO is 335. So to have 335 with a 7-inch brace height in this kind of axle to axle bow with a deflex riser and this weight of 4.5 pounds, it's quite the maneuverable bow as well, and that's why it can cross over into hunting situations. So I have this, like all their bows now, they come out with the performance setting and the comfort setting. And with the performance setting, you're getting more speed. It's about 8 feet per second greater with the performance setting, but it's probably going to feel a little bit different. I shot it at the comfort setting earlier, and it was very smooth. I mean, not as smooth as the SR6, but it's smooth for a target bow, especially. And it had a bit of a hump right there. but it had an incredible back wall, but smooth for a target bow. Now I'm going to see on the performance setting where you're getting the maximum speed how it feels. Let's see. And I should add, this is set at 70 pounds. It's not maxed out. I can max it out at a little over 72 pounds. But this is set at 70 pounds and a 27-inch draw. Now, the draw lengths for these, it says it's 27 and a half, but they run a little bit shorter. So it's actually 27-inch draw. Yeah, that's a nice draw. Again, it's a little stouter than their purely hunting bows, but it's good. And the back wall is phenomenal, and the let-off is really good. Again, for a target bow, and the let-off is amazing. It's like 75 to 80% in the let-off. You can adjust it and tweak it as you want, but I think that's the maximum. So, man, you can hold this here all day. It doesn't want to jump away from you. It's easy just to hold it full draw. Let's see how the shot goes. Yeah, it shoots really well too. There's a little bit of vibration, which is understandable because there's nothing on the bow. I'm sure if you had a stabilizer, you had the weight of a sight, you're going to clear up that vibration, and it's going to be a sweet, dead-in-hand shooter right there. Yeah, this is really nice. I can see why they marketed this. For those of you who are looking for a one bow does all, you want to shoot it for target, you want to shoot it for 3D, and you want to hunt with it, then you're just used to one bow and you're really comfortable with one bow, and it's so easy to adjust and tune between the different arrows that you may be using. Man, this is like a kind of a one bow does all. So really like that. Now let's see the speed, the real world speed that we're getting. Okay, and for this, again, I got a 27-inch draw and 70 pounds on the performance setting, and I'm using a 455 grain arrow. This is the Bishop Mammoth FOC King arrow. Okay, 261. 261 on the performance setting. So on the comfort setting, I was getting 250 with the same arrow. So that's significant. It's 11 feet per second greater on the performance setting. For me, if I were shooting, I'd shoot it at the comfort setting because it just feels so much nicer. Unless I was taking it out hunting, Western hunting or something where I really wanted that extra speed. And it's nice to know that, again, without a press, you can just flip these things around, these little plates around in the cam, and then you've got 11 feet per second greater. So, well done. This is worth checking out. Come to Archery Field and Sports and check it out, or some shop near you. This is worth a really good look.